What's up, guys? Today we're going to try to get maximum performance out of our cold air inductions cold air intake. I've been sent out a mass airflow sensor from Jet Performance. Let's get this thing unboxed and see if we can add power to the Trail Boss. I just received this product and I had a guy at work say, hey, why are you changing out your mass airflow sensor? Isn't that something you usually change out if it's bad? Isn't yours only like 3 years old? I immediately thought about my house. So I bought a brand new house about 3 or 4 years ago. And when you buy a new house, they give you everything in there builder grade. So I just recently swapped out our dishwasher. Nothing wrong with it. It just was a piece of junk, because they're always going to give you the cheapest things in your house, and they're probably going to also give you the cheapest products in your truck from factory. But Zach, I looked up the specs on this thing. You're only going to gain about 5 or 6 horsepower and a little bit of torque. But I've got a cold air intake and a Borla muffler on the truck. I'm already gaining horsepower and torque. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. The cold air intake I have claims you can get up to 11 horsepower. Borla mufflers claim you can get up to 10 horsepower. So with this addition of the mass airflow sensor, we're almost pushing 30 horsepower as far as a complete upgrade. It really just depends on how much potential and how much power you want to add to your truck. Everything is computer-based these days, and I'm sure that that factory mass airflow sensor is not allowing me to get the full potential out of my cold air intake. So right here is our cold air inductions cold air intake, and right here is the mass airflow sensor from factory. So we're going to disconnect this clip, and then we're going to take these 2 screws, take those out, and we're going to swap it out with the Jet Performance mass airflow sensor. We're first going to take the negative side of the battery loose with a 10 millimeter. I also like to take the positive connections and drain it to the ground. That way it completely drains it of power, and it resets, and it can relearn once I hook it back up. Now that we've got the battery disconnected, let's go ahead and take this connection loose and take those 2 screws out. Now that I have the factory mass airflow sensor out of the truck, let's go ahead and open the box, see what's in it. So it looks like they give you a sticker. And here is your mass airflow sensor. Set that aside. So you want to be careful with these mass airflow sensors. They can be very sensitive. So here is the new one, and here is the old one, side by side. Let's slide the new one in, attach it with the screws, and plug in the connector. Well, I think that was the easiest install I've ever done on this truck. I don't even really require a beer right now. But I do have to cut the grass today, so we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery hooked back up, and then we'll climb in the truck, make sure there's no engine light. Let's get her fired up. I like to let it set and idle for about 5 minutes after a full reset. And I'm not seeing any engine lights coming on, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the road and try it out. All right, guys, well, I just got back from driving this sucker around, and the first thought that popped in my mind was I had taken the throttle cable and adjusted it and tightened it up. Of course, it's electronic now, but back on my old vehicles, I used to do that. This thing claims that you can get 1 to 3 miles per gallon better, but I'm having too much fun stomping the gas. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I might actually lose gas mileage. I appreciate y'all watching this video. If you want top performance out of your cold air intake, I do actually recommend this Jet Performance mass airflow sensor. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. My daughter really wants you to subscribe. See? All right, guys, we'll see y'all.